What's up, YouTubers and YouTubettes? So today I'm going to make a hdpe plug, and so I'm going to make a mold out of this. So I'm going to smash this flat and then make it like that, so it'll be kind of a plug on the bottom side of this, and then I'm going to solder it. And so then I'm going to use this as a mold for my hdpe plug I'm going to make. And the reason I want to make an hdpe plug is to make a swivel joint to make a rotovap. And so let's get started. Alright, got this made. You see there's the bent side, and then there's the solder side. Well, I mean the whole thing's soldered except for just that little bend spot, but look down in there. And so it should make a nice little base to melt some hdpe into. And so now the hdpe I'm going to use is old acetone bottles, like from the dollar store, and some hydrogen peroxide bottles, and a couple of other bottles like that, isopropyl alcohol. And I mean they're all number 2 hdpe, and so it should be recyclable as far as melting into a new form. And so I'm going to start trying that. Alright, I got my bottles cut up, and I got all the caps off, the labels removed, and now they're getting washed. And once I wash them, then I'm going to dry them and then start melting them down. And so when I'm all dry and getting ready to start melting them, I'll be back. Alright, this is what I came up with, and that will be like that to help keep the heat in here. And that way all I have to do is put the Teflon in here, and it won't be hot for me because I'll have a heat shield there. I might put a little bit of insulation over this, and then I've got an electricity controller there so I can run this at 240, and it will hopefully work good and smooth. And the reason why I have this instead of just down at the base is so that way that the solder joint doesn't get too hot. The copper, once it gets hot, is gonna exchanges heat through and through the metal probably just as well as if it was down there. But that's my attempt at trying to make it so it doesn't do that. And that's that. And so I'm gonna start putting some Teflon in there and see what happens. Alright, I just turned it on. You can hear it humming. Definitely starting to get warm. Alright, it melts it down pretty quick actually. I mean, it's not terribly fast, but definitely not too slow. But I mean, I also don't have it at the highest temperature either. Oops, crap, sorry. Yeah, plastic makes a weird, or the hdpe makes a weird hissing noise sometimes, kind of weird sounding. I'm melting! Oh, what a world, what a world! But by the looks of it, I'll have that little tube packed full in no time. A couple more pieces. Well, my solder joint failed. Just thought I'd show that real quick. Alright, fire's out, and now I just got this over the top of everything just to try to melt this last little bit here in the top. Then hopefully I'll have a homogeneous mixture, and I'm going to cool it and cut it. I'm going to cut this to see how it comes out, and so when this is cool, I'll be back. Here's what it looks like out of the little heat thingy I made. You can see that's definitely where it failed. Kind of shrunk around from the outer wall, but it's still in there solid, so I still feel like I'm gonna have to try to cut it out. But I'll let you know how I get it out. Well, I had to cut it out, but I'm happy with the results. If you look at this side, you can see that it was a completely homogeneous mixture. That there's no lines in it or anything, completely smooth. But this side, you can still see a little bit of the plastic lines in it, but they're really shallow, and so I feel if I cut another 1/8 or 1/4 off, that I'll be past those, because this was the top. And so this will make exactly what I want it to anyways, and so I'm super happy with the results. So, heck yeah. Until next time, guys, that's how to make a HDPE dowel.